Hugo Calderano has won the World Cup 2025. Some players say that Hugo Calderano is just lucky. Let's hear the opinion of Zhang GK.
人家雨果怎么能是昙花一现呢？朋友们，雨果怎么能是昙花一现呢？奥运会进过前16。
How could Hugo be just a one-time wonder? My friends.
恨不得一届比一届奥运会好。
How could Hugo be a fleeting blossom? He made it to the round of 16 at the Olympics. Top 4. He's gotten better with each Olympics. How could he be a one-time wonder? You're talking nonsense. That doesn't count. He's got real ability, plus a bit of luck. That's how he won the World Cup singles title. How could he be a one-time wonder? You guys really. Just look at how hard he works, how much effort he puts in. I remember he even reached the quarterfinals once, right? Yes. At the Rio Olympics I reached the round of 16. Lost to Niwa, lost to Mizutani. How is that a one-time wonder? He's been steadily improving with hard work. How can that be called a one-time wonder? As for today's Ma, Coach Ma doesn't touch the table just for fun, he does it to win. Let me explain this to everyone. He touches the table because he wants to win. Would he still touch the table when down 3 minus 10? Of course not. He only does it when it's 8 minus 8, 9 minus 9, 8 minus 7, 7 minus 8, close scores like that. He does it to win. Coach Ma today is all about that. If he's down 0 minus 9, what's he touching the table 10 minus 1? He wouldn't bother, right? It's just a natural response to tension. It comes down to 3 words. He doesn't want to lose. The most stressful match was against Ovcharov. In 2012, the semi-final. That was the match with the most pressure. Yeah, definitely the most stressful one. And also the most enjoyable match. Both were against the German team. The most pressure I felt was in the 2012 semi-final. I can share why. After we finished the quarterfinals, we had a full day of rest the next day. The men's team had no matches that day. It was like after the women's team played their quarterfinals. They also rested the next day. So it was the women's team that didn't rest. Men rested. Yes, I think so. The men's team made it to the semi-finals and then had no matches the next day. The next day was women's singles. Semi-finals. The final might have been a separate event. I don't quite remember. Back then, I only cared about my own schedule. But that day was the hardest to endure, because at the time, I had played against him 3 or 4 times. I don't quite remember. I lost once, and won twice. Should be, yeah, at least 3 times. But that match felt really tough. That day was the hardest to endure. The most agonizing. It was the most agonizing day, and the next day, I think after getting up in the village and eating, I went to the training hall to train in the secondary gym. Because I rarely call him at these competition levels. Just couldn't find anyone to confide. No one to talk to, really. No one, yeah, just no one. Didn't know who to talk to. Talked a bunch. After I finished, he talked to me for a few minutes, and after that, I felt a bit better, but still had pressure. That night, I couldn't really sleep either. Next day, after the women's singles ended, it was the 3rd day after our quarterfinal match. Because there were no matches the day before. So on the 3rd day, I played the semi-final match. Because I was in the top half of the draw, first match. That morning I got up. I remember it clearly. The match went fairly smoothly. 4-1, I think. Yeah, but that match was very exhausting. Zheng Youngsik played amazingly in 2016. He showed 120% of his ability. Only lost 2 matches total. In 2016, Zhang Yang sick in singles.
输给我
Do you know who he lost to? He only lost twice in 2016.
里面的
Do you know to whom?
他就是
Altogether singles and team just 2 matches lost.
跟龙氏
To me and Ma Long. Not counting doubles. Just talking about singles and team events.
打比赛的时候，我
Only lost those 2 matches. He led me to 2-1. Led Ma Long to 2-0. You tell me, wasn't he playing out of his mind? When I played him that day, my back really wasn't okay. Those who saw the match probably know.
反应
Which game was it?
那种，
By the 3rd game, my back was already reacting. Because we had been playing matches for 8-9 days straight. There was a bit of a reaction, but it wasn't to the extent that I could hear anything. It didn't feel like anything moved. But after that lunge in the 3rd game, I actually didn't feel much of a Anyone who has had an injury would understand. With this kind of injury, it doesn't hurt that much immediately when it just happens.
了或者是没
But as time goes on, the pain gradually intensifies. That's definitely how it feels. For me, it felt like being pricked by a needle, but it's not like it broke, or that something shifted. You just don't know when it will suddenly spasm. So around the middle of the 4th game,
对对对，就
I started feeling pain with certain movements. But there's nothing I could do. Right? Nothing you can do. You can only endure it. Just grit your teeth and carry on. Yeah. That chopping block kind of ball. Yes, that one. Point at 10-9 in the 3rd game. He really went crazy with that shot. After that ball, he even jumped.
他就是不知道哪一下动作。
Jumped half a meter, he did. But it didn't hurt every shot. Let me make that clear to everyone. This is about the lower back. Many of you probably have had lower back discomfort.
我觉得
You just never know which movement will trigger the pain. Right, in the 3rd game. So sometimes I didn't dare to exert full force. But it was okay. I managed to hold on in the end.
肯定要跟
I'm actually quite proud of myself for that.
一个是做动作，
That match.
一个是你要
Yeah, we were behind in all the games. We always fought back. As athletes, we definitely have to face injuries.
是他的事。
We have to battle with them. You have to treat injuries as your friend. That's really how it is, right? The more attention you pay to it,
就是这样。所以后续呢，
the lower your chances of getting seriously hurt.
我只能
But if you ignore it, don't pay it any mind, it will strike you hard at a crucial moment. That's how it is. So afterwards, since this was congenital, there was nothing I could do. I could only rely on regular training routines
肌肉不保护，它会随
to protect the slight fissure in my lower
越
spine.
大。但是你不动它就会好。
There's a small congenital crack there.
是用肌肉去保护。
If your muscles don't protect it,
所以这个伤病
as the intensity increases, the gap will only get bigger.
大家要去练。
But if you don't move it, it will feel a bit so better. Later on, you have to use muscles to protect as support.
多大了？
Just relying on treatment won't fix it. You have to train. Wu Shangbao's son, right?
吴尚义，
Wu Shanjian's son. I think I played against him.
我没跟他打过，
How old is he?
我看过他比赛。
But when I won my first world championship in the team event, I played against Wu Shangying.
看的比赛啥比赛？
I think I played him.
亚锦赛。
I watched him play.
在我看过他比赛的，
Probably did.
应该是精彩回放。
What match did I watch again?
新闻的时候，可以，球挺好。
Asian Championships. I saw him play at the Asian Championships. That should have been a highlights reel. On the sports news.
吴俊成左手右手，
His play was pretty good.
我忘记了
I remember, was he left-handed? No, right-handed.
左手还是右手。06年的吧，
Wu Zhengcheng is left-handed. Wu Zhaocheng is right-handed. I can't remember Wu Zhengcheng.
06年。
Was he left-handed or right-handed?
对，吴俊成是吧？小吴，
From 2006?
肯定小吴呀，他爸
How old in 2006? 18 or 19 in 2006?
左手右手，
So 18 or 19 years old. Zhengcheng, right? Young Wu.
记不住了，我真
Definitely young. His dad's surname is Wu.
记得住这个名字。
Left-handed or right-handed? I think he was left-handed.
球不行吗？我记得球
Can't remember. I really can't remember. But I do remember. I remember the name.
还赢了谁？我记得我记不住，好像赢了谁？右手啊，
Wasn't his play bad? I remember he played well. I remember he played well. Who else did he beat? I don't remember exactly. I think he won. Right-handed. 19 years old, right?
球可以。他这个年
Right-handed.
空间
Yeah.
很大的啊，他打到34、5岁，还有
Good skills.
这个15年啊，
At his age, he still has a lot of potential. He can keep playing until he's 34 or 35. Still has, until 2015. Yeah, 2015. Yeah, if he develops well, there's still a big opportunity.
人家雨果怎么能是昙花一现呢？朋友们，啊，雨果怎么能是昙花一现呢？奥运会进过前16，奥运会进过前8，奥运会进过前4，啊，恨不得一届比一届奥运会好，人家怎么能是昙花一现呢？你这胡说八道，对吧？你这不能算，人家是绝对实力啊，加上一点点运气，啊，拿到这个单打世界杯的冠军，怎么能是昙花一现呢？你们这些人呢，说话真是，你们看看人家是怎么付出的，怎么努力的。我记得还进过一次前8，对吧？那我参加里约奥运会那一次是前16，16进8输给输给这个水谷了。人怎么能是昙花一现？人家一直在用自己的努力去进步，怎么能是昙花一现？现在的马指导他不是18摸啊，他是为了赢球。啊，我可以给大家普及一下，他为了赢他才摸啊，他不想赢，你看他这3比10落后他还摸吗？他肯定不摸了呀，对吧？他都是8比8、9比9，或者是9比8、8比7、7比8，这个是吧？比分比较这个焦灼的时候他才摸啊，他是为了赢啊。现在的马指导是为了这样，那他这9比0落后他还摸啥呀？他10比1领先他肯定不摸了呀，对吧？就是紧张的一种自然表现而已，就3个字概括了啊，他就是比赛不想输。压力最大的一次比赛，啊，压力最大的一次比赛是跟奥恰，啊，12年，啊，12年半决赛对奥恰是压力最大的一次比赛。反正压力最大的一次比赛和打得最爽的一次比赛都是对德国队的。啊，就压力最大的一次比赛就是12年的半决赛啊，因为当时我可以给大家讲一讲，因为我们8进4打完以后，啊，8进4打完以后，第2天是全天休息，啊，就第2天男队没有球，啊，就等于是女队8进4打完以后，她的第2天也是休息，啊，就是女队啊，女队不休息，男队休息应该是。啊，就是男队，比方说今天我8进4打完，我进到前4，啊，然后我明天没有比赛，啊，明天是女单的这个半决赛、决赛还是单独一场决赛，我记不住，啊，因为当时我只关心我自己的这个比赛赛程，啊，但那天是最煎熬的，啊，因为当时跟奥恰一共打了，我记得一共打了是3次还是4次，我不记得了，啊，我是输过1次，啊，赢过2次应该是，啊，最少是3次。啊，但是那场球我感觉很难打，啊，就是那一天最难熬、最煎熬，啊，最煎熬。然后我是第2天应该是在村里起床，吃完东西以后去球馆训练、副馆训练的时候，啊，练完以后我是给我爸打了个电话啊，因为我在这种比赛级别的时候，很少给他打电话。啊，就是找不到可以倾诉的这种对象吧，啊，应该是这样，就是没有人啊，也不知道跟谁说啊，然后我就说了一通，其实道理都知道啊，说完以后他又跟我说了几分钟，哎，当时说完以后感觉稍微好一点啊，但还是有压力啊，然后那天晚上其实也没怎么睡着啊，第2天就是女单打完以后。啊，我们的这个8进4打完的第3天啊，因为第2天不是没有比赛嘛，第3天去打的这个半决赛和决赛啊，因为我是上半区的第1场球啊，当时也是早上起来7点40的班车，我记得很清楚，然后11点的比赛啊，然后还算比较顺利吧，打得也不错啊，4比1我记得应该是啊4比1对吧？那其实那场球是比较煎熬的。16年的郑荣植发挥了，我觉得 120的这个能力和水平，一共就输了2场球。郑荣植2016年单打团体加一起就输了2场球，大家知道输给谁了？大家知道郑荣植16年就输了2场球，输给谁了吗？一共啊，单打团体加一起就输了2场，输给我跟龙了啊，他就输2场球。双打我不知道啊，不算啊，就是单打里面的单打和团体，他就输了2场球，啊，跟我是2比1领先，啊，跟龙是2比0领先。你说他的发挥是不是打疯了？我那天跟他打比赛的时候，我确实腰不行了啊！大家可能看过那场比赛的知道，啊，我是第几局？第3局我本来腰就有点反应啊，因为这个已经打了差不多8、9天比赛了，啊，有点反应啊，没有到那种没法动的程度啊。但是第3局我扑完那一下以后，啊，其实也没太有什么反应啊。大家有受过伤的肯定有，啊，他这个受伤呢，他会就在你刚伤的时候没有那么疼，啊，就它随着时间的推移，哎，它会感觉越来越疼，肯定有这种感觉。对，我那个是有点像针扎的那种感觉疼，啊，它不是说那种断了或者是没法动的那种，不知道什么时候会抽一下那种疼。所以到第4局中局的时候，啊，我就感觉有的动作会比较疼，但也没办法呀，对吧？没办法，啊，那只能扛，只能升顶。对，就是救球劈叉那个，对，就那把。
对，第3局10比9那个球，
对，他真打疯了，他那球打完以后都跳半米，他得，对他不是每一板都疼啊，我跟大家说清楚啊，他就这个腰啊，大家肯定有腰不舒服的，啊，他就是不知道哪一下动作他就会疼一下。
对的，第3局
啊，所以有的时候不敢发全力嘛，啊，还好啊，最后能够撑下来，我觉得还是挺为自己骄傲的那场比赛。对，我们都是落后啊，都是打回来了，因为我们当运动员就肯定要跟伤病，一个是做斗争啊，一个是你要把伤病当成你的朋友，啊，肯定是这样，对吧？就是你越去重视它的时候，啊，你反而啊受伤的概率会小。啊，你越不重视它、不搭理它的时候，啊，反而它在关键时候会给你一击，啊，就是这样，啊，所以后续呢，因为我这个是天生的，没办法，啊，我只能是用平常的一些训练，啊，去保护这个腰底的这个有点裂啊，天生有点这个裂，啊，你就是你肌肉不保护，它会随着运动量的增大，它会这个缝会越裂越大。啊，但是你不动它就会好一点，啊，所以就是后期就是用肌肉去保护啊，做支撑啊，所以这个伤病啊，光靠治肯定是治不好啊，大家要去练。吴尚银儿子是吧？吴尚银儿子我没跟他打过，多大了？但是我拿第1个世界冠军的时候，团体赛的时候，就是跟吴尚银打的，我没跟他打过，我看过他比赛过。应该是，我看的比赛啥比赛？亚锦赛，啊，亚锦赛我看过他比赛的这个，应该是精彩回放吧？这个体育新闻的时候，可以，球挺好的。我记得是不是左手啊？不是，右手。吴俊成左手右手，吴孝成、吴俊成，我忘记了。
是左手还是右手啊？
左手还是右手？06年的吗？06年多大？18。06年，18、9岁。吴俊成是吧？小吴。肯定小吴呀，他爸姓吴，他不姓吴吗？左手右手，我记得是不是左手？记不住了，我真记不住了。但是我记得住这个名字。
对的。
球不行吗？我记得球可以啊，我记得他球可以，还赢了谁？我记不住了，好像赢了谁？
右手啊
，19岁是吧？右手是吧？啊， 球可以。他这个年龄进步空间还是很大的啊，他打到34、5岁，还有这个15年，啊，15年，发展好了还是有很大机会。
Read more about table tennis on my blog, pingsunday.com. Get free ebook and coaching advices. See you in the next video. Read more about table tennis on my blog, pingsunday.com. Get free ebook and coaching advices. See you in the next video.